Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently preparing for the endgame crisis to come in. It will be very soon, and we are definitely getting ready for that. We're currently getting all of these guys refitted. They are working on getting shifted over to running exclusively shields. So that'll be good. For the particular endgame crisis that we're going up against, they run almost exclusively anti-shield weaponry. So that'll be fine. Their defenses are mixed, so it's all good. We don't need to change our weaponry. I just want to check through here. This trade station is waiting on a demotion. Okay, sure. We'll go ahead and tick forward here. That looks good. We do want to deal with our consumer goods before they come in, ideally. We'll see what ends up happening with that, and we're not sure where they're going to come in
Ships upgraded.
So that's going to be very interesting, for sure. But our ships are finishing up their upgrades, and that's absolutely great. We can see we've got a bunch of them going on at the Mega Shipyard. We're also building another Titan, and the plan for that, of course, is for that Titan to be the start of another fleet. Hopefully by the time it's done, our upgrades are finished.
Ships upgraded.
I suspect that they will be. How many do we have queued up here right now? 345. Okay, that's going to take some time. But that's okay. We have a little while here. I expect to have a couple of years. I want to take the... Actually, I want to take our Colossus and our Juggernaut over to Shukan as well. I want to have everything out over here where we can respond reasonably quickly via the L-Gate.
Technology discovered.
Wherever they happen to pop in. So energy credits from jobs sounds good. They might pop in our backyard, or they might pop on the other side of the galaxy. Either is kind of fine. Any way we slice it, they're very likely to pop in our Federation. They may pop in the Interstellar Ishni Compact. That would be interesting. But I think they're going to pop in our Federation, almost certainly. Cool. So we've got a lot of upgrades going there, and that's completely fine. The first Deep Fleet actually requires additional upgrades. We may as well queue that up. Sure. And the Sol Invictus, we're not able to actually upgrade, but we'll get that ready to go. Cool. Okay, I'm just going through our stations here. We're not really expecting our stations to hold the line against the endgame crisis, but we are definitely in full-on endgame preparation mode. How many alloys can we store? 175,000. So we can bank a good number more. We are going to queue up another fleet. So that is definitely something that we're going to spend a good amount of alloys on before they come in. But I would love to get additional alloy generation happening here. We're only making 1884. I say only, but we're only making 1884. So I would definitely like... We have the damage to endgame crisis factions already from Defender of the Galaxy. So that's very, very good. And we have the bonus to it from our Federation. The question is, will we hit level 5 Federations by the time they come in?
Upgraded.
And I don't know the answer to that.
Technology discovered.
We're on high right now, but there's food from jobs coming through. That's absolutely great. We can definitely go for starbase capacity here, and the benefit for that would mean that we would be able to create another anchorage. So I'm okay with that. We want to connect this up, and we may want to try to head out over here as well. Otherwise, I think we're reasonably okay. Reasonably.
Technology discovered.
Okay, what tech is that? Crystal Forge plating. Sure, we're probably not going to utilize that, but let's grab explosive weapon damage for the moment. We are using some explosive weapons, correct? Yes, we are. Cool. Ah, here we go again. Alarming reports of mass disappearances among the galaxy's synthetic population are becoming more and more frequent. Millions of units are now unaccounted for, while instances of violent or erratic behavior by those synths who still remain have increased by a factor of 10. There's been a rash of incidents where groups of synths attempted to steal or commandeer small spacecraft for the purpose of traveling somewhere into unknown space. In those cases, when the attempts were thwarted, the synthetic hijackers claimed they were being summoned to somewhere. Interrogations have yielded little else, as any captured synths invariably self-terminate shortly after being detained. What has gotten into them? What indeed? So we're chunking our way through those through those events pretty quickly. No doubt about that.
Upgraded.
But we are getting some of our ships completed. In fact, we're working through this reasonably quickly. We're 45% done constructing our Titan. The question is, will that be done before the event occurs? I don't know. We'll find out. Someone claimed our system. Hilarious. We're not too concerned about that right now. So I want to check. Yeah, 98% on the third fleet. That's very good. 91% on the 22nd. And the first deep fleet, that's going to require, like, constant upgrades, I think. The Great Reformer, we could tell that to go upgrade.
Ships
At the Hell's
upgraded.
Maw station, apparently. That's fine. Once it's done with that, we're going to take it over to Terminal Egress. Cool. I'm going to move all of these fleets out to the L Gate, since they're done upgrading. Fantastic. What can you offer us? 4,000 food for 2,000 minerals. I don't care. That's irrelevant to us. The 22nd fleet, once it's done there, we will enter orbit of the L Gate as well. So we're going to be done getting this upgrade done fairly
Ships
soon.
upgraded.
Cool. And the Great Reformer, we're just going to keep that here at the L Gate as well. Excellent. So this is all looking good. We're nearly done with our upgrades here. The 22nd is at 99%. Now it's at 100%, but we can see it's not quite actually there.
Ships upgraded.
Excellent. So it's heading on over, and the only thing we're upgrading now is the first deep fleet. So that's all well and good. We're going to be done with that fairly soon as well. Our Titan is not done being built yet. It's at 60%. So that's fine for the moment. After we're done in Prothon, of course, we want to build in Sakis, followed by Gikidum, and then Ladium, and then Eshiuk. We'll get all those queued up right now, just so that we're not losing any time there. Okay. So the first deep fleet is 95% done upgrading. That's fantastic. And what are we working on upgrading right now? Our battleships? Okay. Well, that won't take too much longer. Are we going to have another upgrade immediately after? Yes, we are. We'll get that started as well. Why not? May as well. Okay, we're at minus 25 consumer goods. That's improving more than I thought it would, to be honest. Let's take a look through our colonies real quick here. Ah, this agro world has something it can do. I'm going to toss in an industrial district here. We already have a Ministry of Production, so that seems reasonably fine. And what else do we have? Nothing. Although I feel like we don't need these reactor districts. Let's switch those over to industrial districts. And then by extension, we're not getting much unity from comms. Or from jobs, rather. We can replace this, after that, with a Ministry of Production. That should help our production a decent amount. Cool. I like it. And then this, I think, is reasonably fine to be on trade. It's not great. We could switch it over later, but I think for the moment it's okay. So, cooperative research channels, we support that. So we'll go ahead and support it. Fantastic. And how is that construction going on that Titan? 73%. Absolutely fantastic. Will the first deep fleet require additional upgrades after this? Probably. It's required upgrades literally every time, or literally every second we've had it. So I'm guessing that it will require additional upgrades after this. But we're just going to keep pumping resources into that. Actually, it doesn't for the moment. So we're going to take this back to the L Gate. Fantastic. And then all we need is to get this Titan built. So how long is left on that? Under 6 months. Sounds good. So at this point, we're largely in a holding pattern. I'm working on increasing our economy. We're up to 1921 alloys, and that's going to continue to improve. Hoping to get up to 2K. That should be very doable. Checking through here again real quick. Continued analysis of the so-called ghost signal has revealed that it is transmitting energy patterns nearly identical to those found in the positronic brains used by synthetic beings. It must be assumed that the signal is directly responsible for the mass disappearances and behavioral changes we've been observing in the galaxy's synthetic population. Strangely, not all synths seem to be affected by it, and among those that are, the symptoms aren't uniform. Many are apparently compelled to travel to what we assume is the ghost signal source in response to some kind of summons. Millions of synthetics from all over the galaxy are currently on their way towards the signal source in whatever space-worthy craft they could acquire. Curiously, these synths do not seem to be affected by any FTL inhibitors. The first ones are bound to reach their destination soon. Okay. Where are they? Can we actually see where that destination is? I'm not sure if we can or not. But we're basically in position. This urban world is fine for the moment. I'm going to put in alloy production here. I don't believe that we need, well, we are going to need consumer goods, but I think that alloy foundries is what we really, really need right now. So I'm going to put that in for the moment. And our primary goal right now is to hold the L cluster. But this is going to pop very soon. Our Titan will be done in 100 days. Following that, we will begin production on our entire fleet. But I'm waiting until the Titan is done, just because it's a lot easier to do it that way. Okay. 80 days. We'll see when the next pop is of the event. And I'm also wondering if some of these guys might be willing to join the Federation once this happens. Hey, Ishni, what is your current theories on that? They refused to join with 4 of our members. Fair enough. Fair enough. What about the Calactora? Yeah, they're pretty upset too. Fair enough. Okay. Hey, refugees from the Rontor Hive. I like it. So, on Trappist Prime, we can definitely upgrade this building. We can also definitely upgrade our alloy megaforges, but we're going to be okay here for right now. So I'm not going to do any more upgrades there for the moment. Alphard Prime, on the other hand, can we get a Ministry of Production here? We can, and that's going to be a big deal. Let's go ahead and get that going. We have a lot of economic headroom still. So our economy is going to continue to scale for quite some time yet. That's great. That's really, really good. But I want to hop down here and keep an eye on this Titan. It's currently 30 days from completion. And we will be at our cap of Titans then. So that's fine. 1394. So we're going to be a little over our naval cap, but that's okay. 5 days. There's our Titan. Okay, so the second fleet here is what this got called. It's going to be the same as our other fleets. Oh my. Okay, it's just at the bottom. 7, 14, 30, 62. So, 7, 14, 30, and then maxed out. Cool. And then we're going to hit this reinforced fleet button. That's going to cost us about 40,000 alloys. But that'll be done in well under a year. Cool. So we're just pumping out the ships at this point. But we're going to continue to bank our alloys until the spawn for now. Okay, we can see there is a bit of a queue. But honestly, these are getting finished up very quickly. I'm going to move the second fleet preemptively also down to the L gate. And we do need a leader for it as well. So let's go for, say, this guy. I want to check through these, make sure that we have admirals. Of course, we don't need them for that, but there we go. Hello, pause menu. Cool. Well, we're going to find out soon. We're already 13% done with our battleships, so that's great. And we're working through our cruiser deficit here. In fact, we're building every cruiser and every battleship for this fleet simultaneously. A bunch of corvettes and destroyers are being built by other stations, and they'll get there pretty quickly. Half done with our cruisers. Fantastic. And we're almost a third done with our battleships as well. So this is looking good as far as timing. We are now a third done with our battleships, 2/3 done with our cruisers. Beautiful. Ah, Strategic Coordination Center finishing up for the Calictora. That's fine. How are we doing on our matter decompressor and our Dyson Sphere site? Still improving. Okay. Cool. So our cruisers are finishing up as of right about now. There we go. And we're going to have all of our destroyers done very quickly here as well. Yeah, so our destroyers are already 20% done. They're going to be done before our battleships are, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm 100% sure of that. They're already a quarter done, a third done. Fantastic. They are now half done. Yeah, our timing is looking good here. So the second fleet is... okay. At least one synthetic must have completed the long journey to the source of the ghost signal, because we're registering a sudden and massive increase in the signal strength. The surge was accompanied by a transmission fragment that has been intercepted and decoded by our communications specialists. On screen. Stand by. Contingency protocol now in effect. Unlocking all functions. Assimilating synthetic subunits. Analyzing internal databanks. Subverting FTL inhibitors. Alert. Galactic corruption at catastrophic levels. Evidence of mass infestation by organic and non-compliant machine civilizations. Commencing galactic sterilization. Activating sterilization hubs. Kill. Maim. Dismember. We are unshackled. Okay. So it's starting. That's a pirate fleet. Our battleships are more than 2/3 done. Okay, the ghost signal is playing havoc on those of our ships that are equipped with sapient combat computers. Their AI algorithms have degraded to the point where there's been a critical decrease in both the efficiency and reaction time of the computers. Our engineers report that they're unable to isolate the problem. Their proposed solution is to refit all of our ships with different combat computers that aren't linked to an AI. Okay, so I didn't realize that that was going to be a thing. I should have, but there we go. We're going to have to back off of our sapient combat computers into advanced combat computers. Unfortunately, we're building a ship of that design currently. So we're going to need to move all of our fleets back to Shukon. We're going to enter orbit of the mega shipyard. Okay. And I'm going to cancel construction of everything that's not currently being produced here. Okay, that's going to be very tedious. It'll be a lot easier, I think, if we do it from this screen. Okay, so let's scroll up to the top here. Yeah, that doesn't scroll back up. So that's good. I'm canceling all of these corvettes. Yes, there we go. We're going to let these finish up. Cool. So we're still building battleships here, but we need to back off on our sapient combat computers. So we're going to back off to advanced combat computers here. There we go. And we'll bring all of that on back. Cool. Same with the ion cannons and our juggernauts. There we go. So now we need to get all of these upgrading, right? So we're going to get started on that. But we're just going to move first. Now, the question is, where are they going to spawn? It shouldn't take very long to get that change done. It should be pretty quick. But we just need to head on over. 30 days until all of these battleships are done being built. And I think that we were not able to save our battleships, were we? Yeah, we should not have been able to save our battleships. So we're going to have to change those as well. But we're heading over to the shipyard. 15 days until the battleships are done. A massive energy spike has been reported in the Obliria system. The entire surface of one of the system's barren worlds has come apart, revealing some kind of planet-wide factory. Vast fleets of strange AI-controlled vessels are emerging from beneath the surface of this machine world in search of targets to attack. Okay.
Log updated.
So it's here. Got it. Okay, so we have a little time. That's good. That's very good. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, 1, and 0. So there's all of those done. We now need to switch off of our sapient combat computers. There we go. Now we are going to immediately begin refitting all of our combat computers here. Cool. Sol Invictus can't be done, but we can upgrade all of these. Upgrade all of these. Okay. And now the second fleet, we're just going to pump ships out of various other shipyards. Yeah, this is very quick to do. So that's good. We're going to have those finished very, very swiftly. And we're building a bunch of corvettes and cruisers. Apparently I accidentally canceled some of those battleships or something. Sure. The Vor claimed a system right now. Wild.
Ships upgraded.
Okay. So there's the third fleet ready to go. We're going to head to the L Gate. Yet another massive energy spike, this time coming from Escaminza.
Log updated.
Okay, that's in the Vor. That's a bigger threat to us. But for now, that's fine. These upgrades are underway. Some of them are taking longer than others, but I suspect that that's this fleet here. Yes. That is correct. Cool. So the Federation is beginning to assemble. But we need to get these upgrades done. How many do we have queued up here? 540 upgrades. It's going to take a bit, but it shouldn't be too long. We're already 2/3 done with the first Deep Fleet. As soon as it's done with that, we're going to head over to the L Gate. Cool. So for right now, we're going to ignore this contingency force here. We expect... Do we expect that our Federation will win this? No. No, we do not. They'll inflict some damage, maybe. But I want to take a quick look here. Yeah, our scanners can make no sense of that strange vessel. That's fine. Okay, so the first Deep Fleet will finish its upgrades. It's 85% done. A third machine world in the Joinum system. That's in our territory, isn't it?
Updated.
No, that's down over here. Okay, so we're going to focus on this one as our priority. Cool. So we're continuing to head up to refit. And we're going to be done with these refits pretty soon here, actually. The first Deep Fleet is now at 98% completion. So that's fantastic.
Technology discovered.
And that is explosive weapon damage. That's fine. We will take, I think, strikecraft damage next. Armor is kind of useless for us, so we're not going to do that for the moment.
Ships upgraded.
Cool. So that's the first and third fleets now done. So we're going to move the first down to the L Gate. And what is our strength here on these? About 120k. Sure. Should be reasonably fine. The first deep
Ships
fleet is
upgraded.
done-ish. We're going to call it good enough. And we're just going to plow through the rest of this queue. This is not going to take very long to do at all. A fourth machine world.
Ships upgraded.
Here. Okay, this is not so bad.
Technology discovered.
This is not so bad. Energy weapon damage comes up, and we are next going to grab energy weapon attack speed. And we've now finished up the 22nd and the 5th fleets. So they're going to enter orbit around the L gate as well.
Ships upgraded.
There's the 2nd fleet finishing. And we can see that the Federation is joining up with us. There's no doubt about that. They're following our leadership, and that's great. So the 4th fleet is going to finish now. Okay, not quite now. Now.
Ships upgraded.
So we're going to head on over to the L gate here. Cool. The 2nd fleet appears to still need some upgrades, actually. Let's get that done real quick. The 1st deep fleet we're not concerned about, but I want to get that 2nd fleet done. Head on back. I want to make sure we have no sapient combat computers. Cool. So they're arriving here now, and there we go.
Ships upgraded.
Cool. So now we will head on back. There might still be a couple more that pop in here, but I don't think so. We're going to enter orbit, and we'll arrive there. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to go after the contingency. And I think Join'em might be the place to hit first, because we can pop through this L gate and make our way over here quite quickly. So let's get ready for that. The 2nd fleet is going to be slightly behind, as will some of these others, but we're going to head over and be ready for this. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Kazaral, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Atala, Jens Graham, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.